How can you learn to self-soothe instead of relying on others for validation? So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 things that helped me do that during my journey of healing from anxious attachment and becoming more secure. Well, first of all, what is validation? It's the recognition or affirmation that a person's opinions, feelings are true or worthwhile. So when we seek external validation, it basically means that we are asking others to confirm to us that how we are feeling is correct. So in a way, it's like asking for permission to feel a certain way. People with an anxious attachment style usually struggle with this because they have learned at a young age to co-regulate. This means that they use others as a source of safety and security to calm down the nervous system when they feel stressed. Of course, when we were children, we did this without even realizing it, because back then we haven't yet developed the analytical mind that enables us to be aware of our actions, to reflect on our thoughts and our feelings. But now that we are adults, this is exactly what we need to be able to change our behavior and to become more secure. So the first thing that really helped me to learn how to self-soothe is to develop self-trust. Usually people who struggle with self-soothing or seeking external validation, they have a lack of self-trust. This comes from having an outer orientation in our childhood. We were hypersensitive to how mom or dad felt because we wanted to be able to predict whether we are going to get the love and attention that we needed to feel secure and safe. It's like having a compass that's constantly pointing outward instead of inward. The moment we did not feel safe when we were children, the first thing that we used to do is to maybe go to mom or dad to share how we're feeling with them. And what so many parents used to do with good intention is to tell us, no, honey, it's okay. Maybe you misunderstood the situation. Everything is okay. Everything is going to be okay. So what happened is that the way we were feeling contradicted with the words that we were getting from our caregivers, mom or dad. In that case, who did we learn to believe and trust, ourselves or mom and dad? Most of us believed the words of our parents. Fortunately, this taught us at a young age not to trust our feelings, to constantly go out to ask others to confirm that how we are feeling is actually valid. We have the right to feel that way, and that we are not imagining things, we are not being needy, too much, or crazy if we're feeling that way. So developing self-trust is going to teach you to trust your intuition. So the next time you feel bad, the next time you feel insecure in a relationship, you don't need to go out and ask someone else, is this feeling okay? Is it okay for me to feel that way? You trust that you have the right to feel that way. This changes your orientation from pointing outward to pointing inward. It brings back the direction of your compass to your inner world. The second thing that really helped me to self-soothe is to practice self-compassion. Let me tell you, this is something that I struggled with more than anything else, because back then I was more mean to myself than I've ever been to any other person on this planet. Making myself feel bad about how I was feeling, talking myself down, judging myself. All of this has nothing to do with self-compassion. What is self-compassion? It means to treat yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer to your best friend, especially at times of suffering or inadequacy. This means to give yourself some grace, to become your best friend, to become your own cheerleader. I mean, think about it. You are the only person who's going to be with you 24/7 for the rest of your life since the day you were born. No, you can't get away from anyone in this world. You can never get away from yourself. And that's a very good reason to start working on having a great relationship with yourself, putting as much effort into your relationship with yourself as much as you put into your relationships with other people. Self-compassion also means to learn to be okay with how you're feeling. So you don't make your feelings wrong. You don't judge them. You just offer yourself the gift of presence. This is one of the things that I learned from meditation, honestly, is to be able to observe a thought or a feeling without engaging in them, without judging them, without having a conversation with the bad thoughts that I would have, without judging myself for feeling sad, angry, frustrated. So many of the feelings that we have demand nothing from us but presence and attention, and that's it. once you're present with it, once you allow yourself to feel the feeling, what you're going to find is that the feeling is going to subside. It's going to get better over time when you stop engaging in it, when you stop judging it or making yourself wrong for feeling that way. So for example, let's say that you are in a relationship and you're starting to feel anxious because you feel like your partner is not as consistent with you as you would like him or her to be. So first of all, you're feeling anxious. But then you go out to your partner, you start to have a conversation, and they dismiss your feeling. They make you feel like you're too much sensitive or needy. So now you're feeling bad about your anxiety. You're judging yourself. You're talking yourself down, and you're making things worse. The third thing that helped me to self-soothe instead of asking for external validation is to learn self-regulation. Nervous system regulation, it means the body's ability to go back to a state of balance after experiencing stress. So self-regulation means, what do you do to make your body feel safe, feel at peace, to calm down the stress hormones that make you feel anxious, afraid, worried. This means that you rely on yourself to become the source of all of these feelings of the peace, of the safety, of the security, and instead of outsourcing these feelings to someone else, like your partner, for example. For me, the two biggest tools that helped me to self-regulate for years have been meditating and deep breathing. These two changed my life. Well, so for me, if I'm feeling anxious, for example, the first thing I do, I don't go to have a conversation. I don't talk to someone. I don't ask for permission. I don't say, oh, I'm feeling this way. Can we have a conversation about this? No. The first thing is I spend time with me. I take a few deep breaths. I meditate. I calm my nervous system down. And then from that safe, confident place, then I can make better decisions instead of reacting to a trigger immediately. And of course, self-regulation is a habit. The more you do it, the better you get at it. But over time, it shifts from being something that you do, it becomes who you are. You become a calm person. You become confident, secure. It doesn't mean that you will never get triggered in your life again. We will always get triggered. We are human beings. But it means that we're not going to live in that anxious, fearful state for long periods of times. We are going to have the tools and the skills that help us bounce back from this state to a state of balance, security, confidence, and peace. Let me know in the comments if you find these three things helpful. And also there's a link in the description below that you can click if you want to have a conversation with me about what you can do to heal from anxious attachment, become more secure. This is an opportunity for us to work together if we are a good fit. Make sure to watch the next video coming up. Be kind to yourself. I'll see you in the next one.